This dude is the same dude that is behind the scandal. He got $800,000 out of De La Hoya coming from his mouth because he has a sex tape on the Mexican boxer, the champion, De La Hoya. Now, he never released the tape. He just released the footage. I mean, the images, the pictures with him with the G-string on, dressed in the high heels, the pumps. Whack, according to Whack 100, did this to De La Hoya. According to Whack 100, in his own voice that I put up on the internet, he has tapes of Nipsey Hussle doing a threesome with his baby mother. And he alleges that there was gay acts in this video. Now, let me say this again. Allegedly. The message is not about whether I believe Nipsey was gay or not. To each his own. If that's his business, that's his business. But we're not going to put that on Nip.
Nah.
What we're going to say and we're going to put out there, this is the message that up until Nipsey died, this man is admitting to me on the phone that he was blackmailing him. He's blackmailing him with a sex tape and admitting to after this man died that they was going after 30%. Big U told him, allegedly, to go get 30% of his assets.
Now that part, I don't believe.
Well, here's the thing. They're in court. The gang, the set, sued for 30% of the marathon.
How?
Look it up. They sued, so it's real. In court.
Who did they sue?
The estate, which is probably the family. I'm not 100% sure.
You sure it wasn't the business and not the estate?
Well, here's the thing. I'm not sure, but what I do know, even Whack at that point said, Big U, why you didn't do this to Nipsey while he was alive?
See, here's the thing about Whack. After hearing all this stuff, I can't trust, because there were other things that were said.
Right.
Things like, I sold guns to these sets.
Ooh, we was getting to that. CIA, Snowfall?
And now, this is on the internet. Don't know if it's true or not. You know what it is. It's Cap Central out here. You never know, but this was said. So why would I believe anything he says about people that he hates, including Nipsey?
The better question is, why would this dude feel comfortable
with saying it to you?
With saying it, period, with pride. Why would he sit up there and say, out of his own mouth, that he sold guns between the Crip sets and he don't give a damn if they kill each other? That was the purpose. That's government. People don't understand. I knew that the devil was going to reach out to me. I just had to figure out how to deal with them. There's more.
At what point did you feel like, you know what? This guy's kind of wild. I feel like this is a play. I need to record these conversations.
When I listened to him and how he talked about putting the pressure on all these dudes, like there was so much before I started recording where I said, nah, I gotta record this because this nigga's evil. And if you look, if I show you the actual video while I'm recording, you see my face cringing in disgust. So I was on to him from the jump. I just had to figure out why me? What are you reaching out to me for?
Right, why you?
Why me? I'm a paranoid dude. Super paranoid.
Right.
So automatically my mind is all the way left field.
Right.
Whack is not somebody that you can trust. And even still, he has this confidence while he's still on Clubhouse, knowing that there's so many people in Cali that want his head right now. Like when you see me arguing with him, I said, you a dead man walking. He's not, he don't care.
Man, there's so many things floating around about this guy. I done heard stories about, cases going away and this actual audio of him saying, the feds owed me a favor. Who says that?
He talks so much he don't know when to shut up because he's cocky and he's confident in himself. But the reality of it is, when you dealing with a nigga like Wack, something just ain't right. So at this point in time, anybody that stands with him, they know what he is. They know what he is.
What is he?
CIA, FBI, COINTELPRO, definitely deep cover.
Could he just be a capping ass nigga? Could that be a possibility? Like,
who have you ever seen get away with extorting De La Hoya? De La Hoya is another level.
But it's what I'm saying. We don't know that story to be true. What we do know is game to the record after he said that shit about the Kanye tape.
Why would
the Kim tape.
Why would you, who feels comfortable even saying they did something like that? Why would you want to do something like that? Like, that's, I don't know. I'm just different.
Mm-hmm.
You claiming, Nipsey mentally was suffering from the level of mental extortion and rape they was doing to him. And then you say this with pride. The man died and he still can't rest in peace. What the hell? Man, did your wife tell you she was fantasizing about slurping Nipsey? Wack? Because that level of hate is not understood.
Yeah, no, but in a way, it is. We're talking about someone involved with gang culture. You don't know how many of his homies done fallen to the wayside off of somebody else's situation. You dig what I'm saying?
Right.
And that's what keeps that shit propelling. You think these young boys is fighting because of their beef? Half of LA, them young boys ain't killing for their beef. They killing because of somebody got killed 25 years ago.
So how do you explain, like, he goes on a podcast, Adam 22, Academics, Gilly, Wallow, and then you humiliate Gilly by bringing up Beanie punching him in his face and Birdman leaving him because he was embarrassed that Gilly ain't even fight, he ran. Right? Gilly and Wallow is two of the dopest voices that try to influence the kids with positivity.
Right.
Why would you humiliate them like that? See, I see Gilly in the ring. There's a line that you don't cross when I know you're being disrespectful. It's one thing to ask a question.
Right.
There's another thing, like how he told everybody, oh, I said you got effed in a butt. No, you did not say that to me, because the interview would have been over at that point. And even if I decided to take the manly route and just walk out, that's what you would have saw.
Right.
But you telling everybody this is what started the rift in Clubhouse. You didn't do that when we was face to face. I saw there was a lot of dudes in that room, but I also made them understand when you see me say to Tekashi, I said, listen, what are you going to do if we get into it right now? I wanted the boys with him to understand. I was talking to them. If we get into it right now, y'all pull y'all guns, we pull our guns, and bodies start dropping, are you going to tell? He wouldn't answer. Here comes Wack to save him again. He would not answer.
What did Wack say to save him?
He kept cutting me off. No, why are you doing this? He just yelling and arguing, and every time I had a valid point, this is what he did.
I mean, why couldn't he just lie?
Why not? He wouldn't say nothing. Because prior to that, he just said, fuck the streets, and I did what I had to do to save my family.
So did he save his family?
To save my family, and he bringing up Ish from Treyway. This is a dude that lent these brothers his car. Had Tekashi in his house, drove them around. He was just the driver. He's in jail. I tells Tekashi, they didn't like this. Ish in jail. He wanted to know if you would look out for his kids. Those are my words. Ish's words was, yo, you took me away from my kids. Now I'm trying to talk to Danny, the young boy, and figure out, are you willing to make this right? Apologize? Wack takes the lead. The gang member, man, F him and his family. Why the streets don't take care of him? The streets didn't take Tekashi, the streets didn't take that man away from his kids. I mean, I understand. I see you feeding other people's kids, riding up, pulling the cameras out. Do it for the gram. Do it for the gram. But your man that didn't do nothing to you, he wasn't laying down with your girl. You took him away from his kids, and his kids is acting out because they missed their father. So my whole thing was...
What was his response?
Wack said fuck him, so Tekashi said fuck him. And see, that right there, you can't take that off of camera.
You saying Wack said it first?
Yes.
And then he doubled down?
Yes. Wack pushed for that. Why his mans ain't doing this? Mans is in jail. Thanks to 6ix9ine.
But do you think 6ix9ine can show any type of remorse for what he's done? You think he can show that on the camera? Whether he feels it or not, do you think he can show it?
Ish would have been the one where he could sit up there and say, you know what? He deserves an apology, at least minimum. But he's not going to get that because Wack is here now to throw the monkey wrench in. On top of the fact that Wack whole thing, according to what he had to say inside the clubhouse, he had to derail me. The thing was to get me there. The first time I went to academics, like when I came here, I came by myself. So they was under the influence. There was the thing that I was going to come by myself. Wack said on Clubhouse on a Thursday, we were supposed to come Friday, but it was switched to Saturday. He was like, yo, when I pulled up in the clubhouse, he muted my mic. I want to talk to that nigga. I'll see him on Friday. I ain't like the way that sound. I'm like, he's switching energy for some reason. Like, okay. So
he wasn't trying to show the temperature.
Right.
Right.
So as
because this is after you had phone conversations with him, right?
Conversations with him. Even when we got in there, Tekashi ain't come in yet. I think Tekashi was waiting to make his appearance after I came in.
Right.
So I comes in, Wack sitting there. He starts looking around. He see I got my brothers with me. He's like, okay. Conversation, beautiful conversation. Even in the argument, he didn't give me no energy until I actually seen the tapes. His energy, the way he was looking. I'm looking at Tekashi. He's sitting with his back. Then he's breaking it down at Clubhouse. Yeah, because I had my back, and the whole time I had my hand in my hoodie, on my shit. Like, dogs, you never gave that indication when we was talking on the phone.
This is what I got to ask you. Do you just believe that he's a capping ass nigga?
I believe that from his actions.
Because I say this because when I talk to the biggest platforms, I get, oh no, we don't touch nothing with Wack 100 attached to that. Like we don't even bother. Like they don't even acknowledge that. It's like we don't even know if it's true. It's not. We can't tell at this point, so we don't even cover it.
Right. And see, that's the problem because it's like everybody's like, yo, it's got to be fake.
Is it marketing? That's what I look at when I see, okay, say something about Nori, big platform. Say something about Gilly, big platform. You're hanging around academics,
big platform.
You're bringing Hassan Campbell, big platform. Now, your numbers might not match up, but your following is loyal. Loyal.
Now, you look at it, right? He didn't know I was taping him. What people got to understand, what they miscalculated is the fact that...
What was the thing that he said, that you said, oh, hell no, I can't trust this nigga. I got to tape him. What was it?
The way he was dragging Big U. And then, dragging him. And he gonna talk about you didn't call, you come on, son, you gonna really sit up there and say you didn't call Big U on the three-way. On the three-way with me on the phone. After dragging this dude, and I'm like, yo, this is supposed to be his man. Nah, this just ain't. And like, first and foremost, right, you don't even know me. Why are you giving up so much? It's like you trying to get too close. Nigga. I'm from this street.
You trying to make me feel comfortable.
Exactly.
With following you into something.
Understand something, right?
Yeah.
I couldn't even tell you the celebrities that I be on the phone with because they tell me to keep it secret. You will never hear another tape of anybody again unless it's a situation where I got a beef with a dude and I think he might get on the air and talk about...
And to talk crazy.
You know, talk crazy like, yeah, I was talking to this nigga like that.
I mean, that would be the reason to do that.
I recorded one other person because we was beefing. And I felt like he was going to talk reckless, which he didn't. And I told you who that was.
Yeah, and I did the same thing.
And outside of that, I don't like the feeling of recording anybody. That's not my thing. But at the same time, to catch an agent at his own bag of tricks, the dude that had the tapes on Nipsey, the dude that had the tapes on Kim Kardashian, the dude that had the tapes on Oscar De La Hoya, the dudes that recorded a conversation that caused Beanie Siegel to get knocked out. Him in the game. Sent the audio over to Meek Mills. Tiffy Bay knocks him out. He almost started a war in Philly. How y'all let this dude get away with this? This dude been crushing the East Coast with this BS that he's doing. And it's like after I caught the King Cobra and put my foot in his neck, everybody was like, yo, they feel like I'm the savior of Rome. Because everybody is tired of, you gotta see the messages I get.
Well, allegedly, they say he got with Game after purchasing the tape of Game getting knocked out.
It's hot for trapper turn smack rapper. Only smack rapper that you know is smack rappers. Got bars, I can hang with the backpackers. Trap star, I don't hang with the backpackers. I'm in the hood with the work you heard. Making fiends leave earth you heard. Got your baby mama thirst you heard. Feel the flow, nigga, throw it in reverse. This the wave you need to surf you heard.